Hey Internet, my name is Abby and welcome back to Kerbal Space Program on Wings. I was just on my way to the mission control in order to help Shithead Kerman to dock the new parts to the asteroid station, as I got a call from C7 Aerospace Division that one of their Kerbonauts is currently stuck in orbit and they are not able to rescue him, so they called me and asked me if I would be able to send out a spacecraft in order to rescue Colin Kerman, who is stuck in orbit around Kerbin, and return him safely back to Kerbin. And I agreed because I want to help the other space agency. And so yeah, I immediately called my engineers to perform a rocket rollout, and while they are rolling out our rocket to launch this thing up into space, I have something else to do because, well, at first, Colin Kerman is currently over there. He is in a more or less circular orbit. Let me see. Current periapsis 94 kilometers, Kerbin apoapsis 94 kilometers, and the periapsis 90 kilometers. So he's almost in a circular orbit, and he's stuck there. And while we are now performing the rocket rollout and the launch preparations, I need to go over to Shithead Kerman and join him because he is pretty close to the science station, or to our asteroid station, and before he is drifting apart he needs to at least dock to the science station or to our asteroid so that he is parked there and is not drifting apart with his payload. And okay, now we need to aim for the new asteroid station. I hope we are able to perform a good rendezvous with it. RDS is enabled. I can now start drifting towards this. I hope in the meantime we have fixed the technical issues, because in the last episode something was really weird with the docking ports. I wasn't able to access the interface, and I hope Shithead was able to fix this problem so that we are now able once again to perform some inputs with into our docking ports so that we are able to finally dock something to the asteroid station. Okay, we are now getting closer and we need to hurry, so please Shithead, speed up a little bit to get a little bit closer to the asteroid station. And then at some point we need to rename the thing, because Science Station Lander is really an awkward name for our asteroid GWD-694. And yeah, it's even the asteroid station and not a lander or so. So yeah, we have to make sure that we can fix the failure of Kerbal Space Program. But before we can do this, as I said, we need to hurry. We need to hurry. The poor Colin Kerman is currently stuck in orbit, and I don't think that he's really happy about this. We need to rescue him. Okay, now we are almost aligned with the asteroid. I can now come to a stop. I hope I do have enough RCS and monopropellant in order to do all these tasks. Okay, now I need to turn the spacecraft around to get a little bit closer. And no. Maybe this way around. Okay, very good. Now, what is our resources? Yes, we do have enough monopropellant left. This is good. This is definitely good. Okay, now we are getting closer, and can I? Yeah. Now the interface is working again. Very good, very good. Good job, Shithead. Good job that you have fixed this issue. And okay, we are getting closer. We can now align ourselves with a station. Okay, now it's time to slow down to kill all of our relative velocity once again. And okay, very good. Now I need to aim for the vector, or for the target vector, like this. Very good, very good. Okay. Now, let's close in. Let's get closer to the docking port. Very good, very good. Later on, after I have rescued Colin Kerman, I will install these two solar parts. Let me at first perform a quick reorientation of my spacecraft. Okay. Now slow down and switch off. Okay. We have contact. We have contact. Very good. Very good. And we are wobbling sideways. What is going on with our solar panels over here? Why are the solar panels looking so strange? What is going on down here? Why is this retract panels? Okay, I think there is a small visual glitch going on. I think I need to retract them and then extend them once again so that they are looking good. Okay, this is currently quite wobbly, and yeah, later on I like to install these parts to this docking port over here and this docking port over there, so that I have two arrays with the solar panels, and I think this will look just amazing. But right now we need to hurry. We need to hurry. Siddharth Kerman has done a marvelous job. He is now attached to the asteroid station, so he isn't drifting away. And now we can see. We can go back to our science center, and hopefully the rocket or the launch preparations are finished so that we can rendezvous with Colin Kerman. Where is he? Where is he? Colin Kerman is over here, and we are down there. So he's a little bit ahead of us. So we need to catch up with him. So we need to insert ourselves in a lower orbit, maybe only 75 kilometers. I'm not quite sure if this would be more efficient to wait for him to orbit around and then perform the launch, or to catch up with him. But I think we should do the launch right away. We should do the launch right away. Or should we wait for him to finish one orbit? Let me just assess his situation once again. We are here. He is, well, he's quite ahead. I think it would be better to wait for him, that he's getting closer. Okay, let us just wait a little bit. In the meantime, we could have installed our solar arrays, but I don't want to risk this. I want to make sure that I'm able to return Colin Kerman and that he's no longer stuck in orbit. Okay, he is now getting closer. The poor guy is currently on the nighttime side of Kerbin, so he's completely in the darkness. And okay, he is now aligning with our launch window. Very good. Okay, we need now to get into our rocket. We need to get into the orbital ship 3. And not with these strange orange guys. No, it's time for Sidrim and Bering, our well-experienced space flyers. They need to jump into the rocket. And here they are. They are ready. They are ready to launch. And in 3, 2, 1, and liftoff. Okay, here we go. We are leaving the launch pad. We are heading for space. Bering and Sidrim are currently a little bit scared or afraid, but they need to hurry. They need to hurry because the poor Colin is stuck in orbit, and we need to bring him down and return him back home. Okay, we are now at first taking advantage of our powerful solid rocket fuel boosters to get through the thicker part of the atmosphere, and as soon as we have depleted them, we will detach them and let them fall back down, and then we will use our main engine to bring ourselves up into space. And okay, Bering and Sidrim are currently scared. I hope they are ready as soon as they are in space, because they have to rescue this poor guy. And okay, their fuel is going down for our rocket motors, or for our solid rocket boosters. And okay, we need now to throttle up and detach them. Goodbye. Now we need to speed up in order to get our 200 meters per second at the 10 kilometer mark. Okay, I think this looks good. I think this is good. We are increasing our velocity, and yeah, I think this is a good acceleration. Very good. Now we can perform our gravity turn. We turn over, and very good, very good. Okay, I can throttle down a bit. Now we have some time. We need to say, set as target. We need to set him as a target. Luckily, he is not on an inclined orbit. This is also quite useful. So, I think we should have no problem at all to rescue this poor guy from space. However, I'm a little bit concerned about the booster our engineers have selected for our orbital ship 3, because the fuel is going down quite rapidly and we are only at 20 kilometers. So, I hope we are able to get up into space. Maybe that's why Sidram and Bering are scared, because they are not quite sure if they do have enough fuel in order to reach space. And yeah, okay. Let us see what is going on. We are at 24 kilometers and we have a little bit of fuel left. Hopefully we can make it to the next part of the gravity turn. So I hope we can get to the 30 kilometer mark. Okay, we are ascending. Good, okay, we can now turn over. And we can gain some more lateral movement. And we are out. Okay, let me now get rid of this part. Then let me orientate my spacecraft around. And get rid of the fairing. And this is spaceship, or no, orbital ship 3. Okay, we now need to use our upper stage in order to increase our velocity and to get up into space. Bering and Sidram are now looking quite okay. They seem to be a little bit indifferent, but they are not as afraid as they were before. There's our fairing, there's our booster, down there is Kerbal Space Center. And now we need to hurry, where is Korlong? Korlong Kerman is over there. Currently, I am not quite sure if we are ahead or if we are behind him. We need to see. We need to continue our burn. I hope we do have enough fuel. Well, Bering looks quite confident right now. Sidram starts to smile. Okay, I think we do have enough fuel to bring our orbital ship 3 up into space. And look at the great construction. I'm not using any liquid fuel for this spacecraft. I'm just using RCF, and I'm also using these O10 monopropellant engine. I'm now using only monopropellant engines, and I think this is a great invention, and I think this could be quite useful for our rescue mission. And now we are getting closer. We are getting closer to the 90 kilometers of Korlong Kerman, and soon we are able to see if we are ahead or if we are... Okay, we are well ahead of him, so we need to insert ourselves into a little bit a higher orbit so that he can catch up with us. And let me come to a stop now. Okay, very good. In 3 minutes and 40 seconds, we can perform our next burn. Can we even set up a maneuver node? Do we have an inclination? No, it's just a very small inclination. Very good. And okay, we need now to get closer. I hope this poor guy doesn't need to complete a whole orbit until we can catch up with him. Can we? No, we are apparently not able, or are we? Me over here, 8.9 kilometers. One orbit after 11 kilometers. Just a tiny bit, 10 kilometers. 9 kilometers. 8.8. Okay, we can trim this a little bit later. So this poor guy has to survive one additional orbit around Kerbin. Okay, we need now to do a quick time warp. And now we need to orientate our spacecraft around. Okay, just a few seconds, and now it's time to insert or to perform the orbital injection. Bering and Sidram are happy now. Bering and Sidram are happy. Very good, very good. Okay, the camera shifts around. We are now in orbit, and what have we done? What have we done? We are 9 kilometers away from the poor Korlong. And now we can at first get our spacecraft into orbit, or deploy our spacecraft. Then we can use our upper stage to drift a little bit away. And now we need to deorbit the thing. Okay, it's now returning back to Kerbin. Very good, very good. And now our other spacecraft is in space. We are in space. Now we need to think about how we can... we have no longer Kerbin set as a target. At first, I like to perform an inclination change at the ascending node. By doing so, we should get a little bit closer to him. 0.2, 0.1, 0.0, very good, 8.7 kilometers. Then we maybe need to from this burn, 5.1 kilometers, getting closer, 4.4, 8.2, okay, this was too much. 4.3, 4.3, I think this is good enough. This is good enough, and maybe we are able to get to him once we are above Kerbal Space Center. Okay, still, we need to hurry. We need to hurry to rescue this poor guy. Now we need to get to the ascending node. And Bering and Sidrem are happy. They are happy. They are now enjoying their ride. This is good. This is good. Okay, we have already our target at the reference for our nav ball. This is good. And for the indications, okay, let's come to a stop. We overshot just a little bit, and we are 38 kilometers away from K'orlhon Kerman, 4.2 kilometers. Okay, very good. This would be somewhere over here in 13 minutes. In 13 minutes, we are quite close to him. Okay, we need now to perform the next time warp. Sidrem and Bering are happy. They are happy. Very good, very good. Okay, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And slow down a bit. Okay, we should be quite close. 4.3 kilometers away from K'orlhon Kerman. Very good, very good. Okay, we need now to perform some adjustments to our trajectory so that we get closer to him. Okay, okay, very good, very good. Now let's rotate towards him and let's start to get a little bit closer, okay? This is the first time that I'm using these RCS thrusters, and I can say I like them. I like them a lot. They are pretty cool, and I think they are also quite efficient. This is great. This is great. This is really great. Okay, we are now approaching K'orlhon Kerman. Let's get a little bit closer. Only 800 meters away, we can start to slow down. Okay, very good, very good. Let's adjust just a tiny bit our trajectory. Okay, only 500 meters. 500 meters away from K'orlhon Kerman, who is stuck in orbit. I hope we will arrive there in time so that he is still alive and that we can rescue him before this poor guy is suffocating or anything like this. This would be really bad. Okay, only 200 meters, 250 meters to go. Bering and Sidrem are happy. They look forward to this. They are quite confident that they are able to rescue K'orlhon Kerman. Okay, 100 meters. We need to slow down even more. 60 meters, 50 meters, 30 meters. Getting closer to this poor guy, getting closer, 20 meters. Okay. Let's come to a stop. Very good, very good. What is the inside view? Can we see him out of our window? Let me see. Can we see him? Yeah, over there. There he is. There he is. Call on Kerman. He is stuck in space. Okay, Baron Kerman. Go in on EVA. Switch on your lights. And okay, now you have to drift over. You have to drift over to this poor guy. And he is smiling. Colin Kerman is smiling. He is rescued. He knows he is now safe. And what do we need to do now? Do we can approach him a bit more? Okay, okay, I can push him around. Can I switch to him? Yes, I can switch to him. Now I'm in control of Colin Kerman. EVA report. Just above Kerman's Highlands. Okay, very good. Reset this experiment. Okay, Colin Kerman is about to get into the spacecraft and okay. Careful, careful, careful. I know you are coming from the 7 Aerospace Division, so you have not the special training as my Carbonauts, but good job, good job. You managed to get back to the ladder, and now Baron Kerman, our experienced space flyer, he knows what to do. He has a lot of experience from his previous interplanetary missions and from his moon landing. He knows all the important things about spaceflight, and he is well trained in getting back to the capsule. And wow, he can even do a roll in space. And now all the Carbonauts are back. All of them are sitting back inside the capsule as we are flying directly across Kerbal Space Center. This is so great. But now I like to get this thing as close as possible to our to the Kerbal Space Center. I like to return this. In this case, yeah, we need now to perform a whole orbit around we need to perform a whole orbit around Kerbin. And maybe over here we can perform in 25 minutes we can perform our next maneuver in order to deorbit ourselves. Look at Colin. Wow, he is smiling. He is so happy that he is back inside the spacecraft. He knows he is now rescued. He is enjoying this. He is so glad about this that he is finally able to return back home, and even my other 2 Carbonauts are happy that they managed to rescue him, but Colin has a day of his life. He is so glad. After several orbits he was completely alone in an orbit around Kerbin, that he is now able to return back home, and I think this must be an amazing feeling for him. He is really, really glad that he is able to return back home, and wow, he must be so happy about this. Now we need to think about returning back home. I think we have to overshoot just a little bit. Yeah, this could be good. This could be good. Coming up in 2 minutes. In 2 minutes, then Colin Kerman can return, and he is so happy. He is smiling. Wow, he's laughing. He is so happy that he is back inside the spacecraft and on his way back home. Okay, we are getting closer. And okay, now it's time to perform the burn. Very good, very good. Okay, shift on the camera. We are on our return trajectory. We are now returning back home to Kerbin. Very good, very good. And stop. Is everything okay? Yeah, this looks quite good. This looks quite promising. And now I like to switch around the staging, because I really like to have the fuel tank to return and also the engines to get more fundings back for my mission. But I'm not quite sure, so I like to still keep an eye or keep my everything ready to detach the fuel tank in case that we are too fast when we are descending on our parachutes. But I hope this is not the case. I hope this is not the case. Now we need to return. We are only 68 kilometers. above mean sea level. And now we can perform a physical time acceleration in order to get closer to our landing area. Okay, this is really exciting. I hope I did a good estimate for the landing area. I don't want to land on the mountains, but I think, I'm not quite sure, when I look at the altitude and our descent rate, and we will be soon inside the atmosphere, so I think we are not able to make it out to the Kerbal Space Center. No, the trajectory has already changed. Right now we would make it to the Kerbal Space Center, but this is before we hit the atmosphere. And all my Kerbonauts are still smiling. This is good, this is good. And now we are hitting the atmosphere. We are experiencing the re-entry effects. Good that we do have some kind of heat shield on the lower part of our spacecraft. Okay, now we are getting really in the thicker part of the atmosphere. And we are experiencing these re-entry effects. And okay, Korlong, Sidram and Bering are quite confident that they are able to survive this. And I think we won't reach these mountains. This is good, because these mountains are really a threat for a landing, because it's so easy to roll down a slope and to explode after falling down a cliff or so. And yeah, so this is really good that we are not coming this far. Okay, Korlong Kerman on his way back home, and the re-entry effects are reducing. This is good. And okay, now the re-entry effects have stopped. This is good, this is good. Now we are still falling down quite fast. I hope my parachutes are good enough to reduce the speed of the whole spacecraft, and well, we can even use our engines to slow us down, hopefully. And it would be nice if we can return the whole spacecraft intact, and that we don't need to detach from the lower part from our service module, but we will see this as soon as the chutes have opened completely. Okay, now it's time. We're getting closer to the 5 kilometer mark, and now let's open up the chutes. Okay, the chutes are slowing us down. Now all of our Kerbonauts are scared. They are also afraid of the moment when the chutes will open completely, and hopefully the spacecraft won't be ripped apart. And we are getting closer, and okay, chutes have opened, and we have still a velocity of 12 meters per second. Okay, this is going down, this is good. Now we can do a quick acceleration, and okay, now we are getting closer. We need to, yeah, these engines are really powerful, this is good. So we can control our descent. This is really good. Now they are happy, they are happy. They are aware that they will have a soft landing. Very good, very good. Slowly, slowly, and we returned. And what are we doing? We are flipping over, but okay, I think our spacecraft, oh, I should have kept SAS on, but yeah, okay. Korlong Kerman is smiling. He returned. He returned. What is this? Korlong added to what? Rescue, get Korlong aboard a vessel complete. Very good. Korlong Kerman is now part of the space program crew. What? He decided to leave C7 Aerospace and to join our space program? Okay, okay. Well, welcome Korlong, but I'm afraid I don't have really a mission for you. I think you will be just sitting around and waiting for your opportunity to someday launch into space, but I don't think so, because there are so many other space flyers who will be launched before you're up to go up into space. But now we can recover this vessel. And okay, recovery of a vessel from Kerbin orbit. There are signs we have done this too many times. No, I want to see the parts. We were 90.6 kilometers away from the KC, and this is 93.8% value, and we got 12,000 funds back for this mission. Very good. And crew. Sidram, Korlong and Bering available for new missions. Very good. And contract complete. Rescue Korlong Kerman from Kerbin. Well done, Colin Kerman has been recovered in one piece and is now enjoying a thorough debriefing from the comfort of his quarantine cell. Colin Kerman is now proud of your crew, Rooster, and may be assigned to future missions. I'm not quite sure. I'm not quite sure if I really will do this, because I have so many great guys like Handler Kerman, like Optop Kerman, Robo Kerman, yeah, and Sidran Baring, and yeah, Handler Kerman is also so important, so I'm not quite sure if I really have the chance or the place for Colin Kerman, but we will see. We will see. Uh, I'm glad that I was able to help C7 Aerospace to rescue someone. And okay, this was really amazing. This was just great. What other kind of... We could plant a flag on the moon, plant flag on Tylo, plant flag on Wall. We have done this. We can do some components tests, and well, we have done all the different kinds now of contracts. We have done explore missions. We have done flag missions, we have done science data from strange places, we have done a test, and we have done a rescue mission. So yeah, I think we have experienced all the different contracts. This was pretty cool, this was really cool, and I think we are now at the end of this episode. I hope you liked the rescue of Colin Kerman. I really enjoyed this, and I hope you will be joining me in the next episode when we continue the construction of our asteroid station. Until then, my name is Abby. See you!